Hey guys, this is a video I've been wanting to do for a little while, ever since I hooked up with these two guys after college here.
Like we dated.
We did date, Keith. I think that's the. So, you guys all know me. This is Keith and Rick, and I went to high school and junior high with these guys. And these are two of the guys I used to play paintball with back when I was a noob. Rick was there when I first played paintball. Me, Rick, and Scott played. And then I later played with Keith quite a bit, about a year or maybe two later. So ever since I came back from college, I've been talking to these guys and getting them back into paintball. So Rick's ready to roll with his E99 here.
Show you guys some high-tech guns from back in the day. Spider E99. This was one of the first guns any of us actually got. We had a friend get a shutter. And then I got this gun, and it was right after it came out, so it was like the first E-triggered.
Yeah, it was like easily the first E-triggered gun I ever saw.
So it was a pretty sweet gun in its day. Pretty fun. I think it caps out at 13 balls per second.
And it's blind, so.
Fast for its day. Eyes were just kind of starting to pop out. So,
yeah, the eyes weren't even mainstream at that point. I mean, what year was that? It was probably 2002.
It had to be about 2001, 2002.
Yeah. Yeah.
First one.
Then Keith bought this guy from another high school friend of ours.
The classic TL Plus.
Hold it up. Let him see it.
TL Plus with the 16-inch All-American two-piece. The custom-made stop block for shorter trigger pulls.
The masking tape mod.
Masking tape.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. We got the duct tape mod here.
I don't think like anything on this is original anymore. The bolt's different. The expansion chamber is different. Freaking.
So I don't know.
Internal springs are all different.
I don't know if Gordon's ever talked about his first gun.
Wow, let's not talk about my first gun. Mine's worse than both of these.
It was.
I had an original Spider Aggressor before they even came out with the XT version.
And he was pretty cool with the 16-inch straight rifle barrel.
Straight rifle barrel. Remember that, kids? Yeah, it was like this, except for I think it was actually longer than this.
It was long.
It was
That's because the gun was shorter.
I wish I had my freak front with the red on it.
Yeah,
it turns it into a rainbow.
No expansion chamber.
Yeah, no X chamber, no nothing. It was just a straight up blowback with a mechanical trigger. Yeah, that was a terrible gun.
Yep.
Rick, talk about you. Yeah, this is a new gun. You guys will catch this on the newest old school guns tour. I'll be doing this. So I picked this up for cheap.
This was like the coolest gun on the market back when I started playing with the Spider. This was all the tournament guys. You'd see this gun out there and you'd say, God, I wish I had that gun.
That's like an original 01 or so Impulse.
So they were
Smart Parts Impulse. And cool. Ever since I got Rick over with that Impulse, he's just been swooning over it.
I can't stop. It was my dream gun in the day, so it was like the gun everybody wanted, even though now everybody's like talking about how shitty they were and all the problems.
They were pretty shitty, but you know what? I still shoot autocockers because that was my first real gun after that Spider was that original autococker, and just a beautiful shooting gun. So, and I'll shoot him to the day I die. I swear.
So. Keith, you should show him your new gun.
Oh yeah,
my new toy.
Yeah, Keith just got out of the Marines here, and so he's got some disposable income and a lot more than us college kids got out of school with. So
yeah, always been a fan of autocockers because you freaking pull them out all the time and just love them. And
we used to mow back in the FSL days with those, but we'll get to that.
So the freaking autococker SR, my bad, SR, freaking.
Yeah, after he watched the video of me shooting it on the TechPB channel, he's pretty much sold on it.
Yes.
He told me he wanted an autococker, and I was like, I've got an autococker for you.
Mixed speed with insane accuracy, and I'm all for it.
It's pretty sweet gun. We were just testing it out this afternoon, so good times, good times. So I don't know, Rick, you got any funny stories?
If we're gonna go stories. Let's see, back at Splash Your Out, which they went out of business a long time ago. So they were up in Blaine. It's the first place we ever really started playing, or what was that other place?
We played at like MN Pro or something like that, but then we came back to it one time, and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, did you call beforehand? And he's like, no, I didn't call. We're like, yeah, they're out of business.
Most of the good stories were at Splat Your Out, I guess.
Yeah, I only made a few tours there before we moved on to FSL.
FSL was the next field we went to.
We had our buddy Scott. He had his This sweet ass shutter.
It had a regulator, okay?
Yeah.
So it was
That
a
was a
sweet
good gun. And for mechanical trigger, he could really rip that. He was probably doing 6, 7 balls a second.
Yeah, he was ripping.
And they had that one urban field in there with the black lights and everything like that.
Yeah, that was a cool field. It was really close infield, like really close range, but it had kind of like 2 opposing walls, and then on the inside was like couches and kind of some low bunkers.
That one was pretty cool.
So yeah, that was a fun one. Yeah, and once you got in one side of the door, you pretty much
got shot.
Game over.
Scott came running through there once and shot me from about 3 feet away with a shutter right in the ribs. Swelled up huge, and I was like,
oh
the only
man.
Didn't he get the 2 right on top of each other with that one? The MasterCard?
Yeah, it was, when the swelling finally went down, it was actually 2 paintballs and a MasterCard symbol right between the ribs.
Ouch.
That was one of my first really bad ones.
That is pretty bad.
Here's another one for you and Scott incidents.
Yeah.
It was like, before my TL Plus days, I think it was like when you got another gun. It might have been when you had your Cocker, because I think I used your Aggressor for that one when we went up north woods balling. It was like us, Scott, and then Brian.
I remember that.
State Forest.
We were freaking. I was hiding behind some like branches.
Pretty sure that was illegal.
Like when I was hiding behind those branches, you were shooting at me. Scott comes out to shoot at me, and then goes back as I shoot at him, and keeps shooting as he goes back behind you, like right in the back of the face.
Oh, I still remember there was that time. One of us had bought a paint grenade.
Yeah,
remember
that was Scott and you, I think.
And we were gonna try and paint grenade someone.
One of you threw one of those at me, and it just landed next to me, and I'm just like,
what's that?
We like had avoided shooting him, but like made sure that Scott could get close enough to throw the grenade, and then it just didn't work.
Yeah.
What Brian came, what did he have, that plastic?
Yeah.
Oh no,
like
that was a disaster. No, it was a Spider Sport.
Yeah, the Sport.
All plastic, we thought it was going to explode on him.
I'm pretty sure it was gonna explode on him. Yeah, that was a pretty fun time. Splatcher Out was that place though. That place was terrible.
Yeah.
It had it was just like bare cement floors with like a little bit of wood chips up next to the bunkers to try and absorb the paint.
Yeah, it was grease.
That place was like, hello, breaking a kneecap or a hip or your tailbone or something. That was a disaster of a place.
Well, Julius slipped and shot out a light, and they yelled at him.
Oh yeah, how did they?
He fell flat on his ass.
Oh man, that was a death trap. But that was a fun place to play. I remember playing there with my autococker when I first got my autococker.
Small fields though too.
Yeah,
you can't.
Well, that was the other thing. The main field was so narrow. It was like if you wanted to go back right or something like that, you just like take like 4 steps out of the dead box and you're in back right.
Did it like kind of like go back and then like angle to the side a little bit?
No, that one was straight.
No, because it was that
room.
room. It was a big room because it went back. I think the left side went straight, but the right side it was like where the entrance was, and then it hooked right.
Oh yeah. There was like a doorway entryway there. Yeah, that did put a corner.
And their urban one was those 2 walls about 15 feet apart.
Yeah, that you got MasterCarded on. Yeah. That was a fun place to play. Then later, I was playing with Keith at a place called FSL Paintball. That was a much better facility, I have to say.
They just had like the one field, but it was big enough to have real games. You know?
Yeah. It was like a big 3-man. Maybe you could almost play 5-man on it.
You could do 5-man. I mean, they'd be quick games.
You're tainted by the fact that we used to play like 22-man.
Yeah,
they used to play like 10 tiny.
You know,
like 3 people per bunker.
Tournament-wise, it's 3 to 5 max, but
that was a fun place to play. I used to play there with my Phantom. That was the first. I had graduated from the autococker into the Phantom on there.
Phantom stories. This kid with a Phantom back in the day, like I'd say to like everybody else, freaking, it's like, dude, it's like, I see him play and it's like 90% of his shots are like face shots, but like it was one of those things where you're like you say it, but like it's like maybe exaggerating, but then I was like to kind of like see how accurate that was, like the next couple times we play, I'd like pay attention to it, and literally 90% of his shots, one shot straight to the face.
I wish I was still that good. Like, I'm honestly not that good anymore. But yeah, I remember that. We were the kings of that place.
Rocked that up with my TL Plus.
Yeah, FSL was when I started phasing out a little bit.
Yeah, you had already started phasing out at that point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That was a fun place to play. We played there for about 2 years or so.
Rock that up with the TL Plus.
You were rocking the TL Plus,
Oh,
and
man.
I was rocking the
Rocking the
Phantom
Phantom.
most of the time, and that was
50-yard line with the Phantom.
I would break out to the 50. Like I was like
The beginning of the
16,
round.
17 years old then, and I could run my butt off, and I would play 50 off the break every game.
Yeah. Most of the time, try and follow you. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, you get up there and then you just get surrounded. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
try,
I
try and
remember
give a
getting up
little
there
bit of
and-
back support as much as I could. You know, shoot some people that come up to bunker room in mid run. You know, just pop out and just light them up.
We used to play with Scott. He's a Division I sprinter, so
Oh yeah,
he would
Scott
like
was fast.
get to the
too.
Yeah.
50 before anyone even started laning.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was a
Oh,
quick one.
man.
So I don't know. You got anything else or?
Not off the top of my head. I might come up with fun stories
I
after turn the camera
good
off.
stories from later, you know, from later times.
And so I think we got to go start playing again. And
I think we definitely got to go.
Yes.
I'm excited to play with these guys again. It's
Yep.
gonna be a lot
Definitely
of fun.
excited to pull this thing out.
I'm definitely gonna rock the
See how this
E99.
thing goes. Oh, yeah,
I love how
definitely-
you're. It was funny. We pull up this
definitely.
E99.
Oh,
He
yeah.
hasn't touched it in at least 5 years.
Yeah, we figured it was 5 or 6
Oh,
years
man.
since it's been out of its case.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
we aired it up. Works just
Yeah,
fine.
shoots like a
Oh.
champ.
Doesn't leak. Yeah, just shoots just fine.
Definitely gonna have to take this out for classic sake. You
The
know.
9-volt was sitting in there for 6 years untouched, and
Still
turned it
works.
on,
Powered
and
up and it
it's
works
still
just
in there.
The old
Yeah.
mechanical guns.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh man.
You should give him a close up of your Glock mod.
Oh yeah.
Block.
All right, we'll give him
The
a close up.
The power feed freaking.
Yeah, power feed. I like how the frame's like it's not really rusting because
It's
it
just like I don't
can't
know.
rust, but
Missing
it's
paint.
definitely corroding.
Yeah. I don't know what that.
Anyway, I hope you guys had some fun. We've been having fun.
Yeah,
like
hopefully you guys
this.
can have a few laughs at the video.
And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.